Hey friends, I'm on my way to an open house right now. I pretty much spend every Saturday and Sunday going from open house to open house, looking at models. I'm trying to move out of the apartment I live in right now. When something is built, unfortunately, in housing, whether it's a home or whatever it is, accessibility really isn't at the front of the building process, and it's not really something that builders think about. Although there are ADA laws, it's only for common areas. For example, right now I live in an apartment. It took my mom and I almost 2 years to find an apartment that was somewhat accessible and livable. But for ADA, only the common areas have to be accessible, not the apartments themselves. And what that means is my apartment has a lounge on the bottom level and has like a leasing office. All of those have to be accessible. But the units, I mean, I think some of the doorways obviously can't be too narrow, but the bathrooms don't have to be any specific dimension. They don't have to have rolling showers in any of the units. None of the units have rolling showers. Grab bars on the walls, no specific height to the toilets. None of that is considered.
We found an apartment on the second level that you could just scoot out to the garage and jump in the car and get the heck out of there if you had to.
But the ramp's not accessible.
But the ramp
It's
going to
not
the
to
garage
code.
is not to code. The angle of it.
Yeah, so what they mean is, right now in our apartment, we live on the second floor, and next to the apartment building is a parking garage. The level that we live on, there's like this tunnel or ramp that goes from the apartment building out to the garage. The only reason we live on the second level is because there's an exit in case there was a fire or some sort of an emergency. We wouldn't have to worry about the elevator working. But the actual ramp to the garage is so steep. If you were in a manual wheelchair and you were going down it, you would fly right through the wall. And if you were going up it, there's no way you'd be able to make it without someone pushing. I'm in a power chair, and someone has to help my arm push up the ramp. It is definitely not the code. I have no idea how my apartment building got away with it. I'll have to post a video showing you guys what that is.
On TV before we left. I think people will be interested to know that this is an Olympic sport.
Fine, then you tell me about it if you're so interested.
It was the Spider-Man competition.
Literally, around the world, from every country, rock climbing.
Speed rock climbing.
Speed
wall,
rock climbing.
Wall climbing.
Yeah.
It was
They look like Spider-Man.
women and men's from all around the world competing to go up. How high was the wall? Straight up?
Like 15 yards.
15 yards is 45 feet, 50 feet.
Yeah.
They were doing it in like 6 seconds.
Yep.
It was insane.
5 for the men, 7 for the ladies. They were cruising.
Like, who knew that was a sport? Like, other than just like, oh, I have a hobby of rock climbing, and I go to indoor rock climbing.
There's a sport for everything. Like ESPN's bringing back ESPN The Ocho for like random competitions that no one knows about.
Oh, like that one with, isn't there like a ball bouncing like a hacky sack thing where they're in the squares?
Yeah.
That's like...
Like, remember Dodgeball, the movie?
Yeah.
Like, that was on ESPN The Ocho, and Jason Bateman was one of the commentators.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't he a commentator in the movie though?
No, that's what I'm saying, in the movie, yeah.
Yeah. Table tennis used to be a big thing, but that's like a given now.
Skateboarding's in the Olympics this year.
Head table tennis.
What's that?
They use their head to hit like a volleyball
What?
over the net.
Where'd you see
I saw that
yeah.
on video on Facebook.
Yeah.
They're actually really good at it. You only can use your head to keep smacking the ball over.
Oh, Chess, you should try that.
Here to see the open house?
We're at the open house, and I can't get in. I don't think I've ever been able to get in one house we've looked at so far, except actually the neighborhood we're at right now has some newer builds and then houses that are for resale. I was able to get into one of the models because they were nice enough to add a ramp into the garage. We brought a portable ramp. We bring a portable ramp when we're going to see houses or places in the city that we think have steps, but there's like 3 or 4 steps going to the front door.
Anything over 2 is too steep.
Yeah, so maybe the steps in the garage would be not as many. My mom is going to check it out, but probably won't be able to get in.
Here comes Mom. Let's see what the verdict is.
So the doorways are narrow. It's not as open as it seems on the floor plan when you look at the floor plan. Like the kitchen, family room, and that whole area is nice and open. But you come in the garage, I don't even think you'll fit through the doorway into the garage, and it comes directly into the laundry room, which I didn't remember them doing that, and it's really narrow, even just to do laundry. Why do they keep building these with narrow doors? There's no way these are 32 inches. The minimum they should be is 32 inches wide, and there's no way. The front door you could easily get in, not through the garage. There's no way you're getting in through the garage door. It's super narrow. I'd have to rip that out and change
And this house is like 3,000 square feet. Make wider doorways.
Do you want to know something? We saw houses that were like 2,000 square feet that seemed more spacious than this house does.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, why are the doors so narrow?
I don't know.
Is there really that much stuff in the walls? No.
No.
They're just not using the space properly.
I don't know why the doorway is so narrow.
So the place we just went to for the open house is a 55 and up community. Obviously my parents are above the age limit. My dad is, let's be honest. And
Clarify.
the strange thing is, they're not accessible, and you would think that whoever designed the neighborhood, the architect with the floor plans, would think, alright, our residents are moving in when they're 55. In the not so distant future, unfortunately, you can make the assumption that a lot of them are probably going to be not so mobile. Maybe they're going to need a wheelchair, maybe they're going to need a walker, and the hallways are narrow. Some of them have stairs, 2 flights of stairs, 1 flight of stairs, 2 floors, 3 floors, and 4 or 5 steps getting into the house. That's what's funny to us, is you go to these adult living communities, they're almost as inaccessible as just buying a house in a normal neighborhood. And that kind of brings up the topic of universal design. And what I would say is, when you're building new, especially in 2019, if something is accessible, whether it has a ramp or it doesn't have any steps, and it's just a straight path into the front door, universal design benefits the disabled and the able-bodied. There's no disadvantage to making something handicap accessible.
There's a huge disadvantage of making it not accessible.
Right. You're losing out on a potential market, even if that market, less than 1% of your potential buyers, is still a person out there that wants to move in. And in this day and age, people with disabilities are working, they're making money, they're just as productive in the workforce as anyone else.
And out there.
Yeah, and they're out and about, and those individuals need to be considered. Another failed day of shopping for a house. I think going out and trying to find an accessible home obviously isn't realistic. I'm not so naive to think that I'm going to find a perfect home, or someone else's house is already going to have everything done to it. Obviously, no matter what I buy, there's always going to be modifications. Even when I rented my apartment, I have to put the ceiling lift in so that I can transfer from my wheelchair into my bed. But even if simple modifications need to be done, home builders should still consider the width of hallways or doors, or how many steps are going in. Not just to the front door. You can put 1,000 steps into the front door, I don't care. But maybe minimize what's in the garage or out back. I mean, these are things that I think about because I live that life, but not everyone does. Comment below with any experiences you've had with buying a home or renting an apartment, even if you're not disabled. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, be different, leave a trail. I see you.